We're here with Cora Cliburn, who is a dancer and winner of the 2013 Melissa Engstrom Youth Artist Award. Welcome, Cora.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on our show. You had a big event this weekend.
I did. I was dancing with Arcos Dance in a production at Site Santa Fe called A Kinetic Encounter, and it was a very neat collaboration between the artist and the dancers, and we had the opportunity to move the audience through the exhibit in a very different sort of production.
So you had paintings and then you danced?
Yes, the exhibit had a mix of sort of sculpture work and paintings and some interesting just installations in general, and the audience was standing the whole time, but they sort of walked through the exhibit and saw little vignettes of our dancing as they went, and we guided them through, and it was a really great experience.
How long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing for about 11 or 12 years now, although of course the first few years were just sort of pre-ballet and introductory classes, but I've been a dancer at Moving People since I was 4 years old, and training with Ron Stewart and Layla Amos and a whole number of other teachers, but they were the starting teachers for me.
And you're a senior, and where do you go to school?
Yes, I'm a senior at Desert Academy. This is my 4th year there, so I came in 9th grade, and we're at a new campus for our 2nd year now.
And what are your plans for the future?
Well, I am currently applying to colleges. I'm mainly looking at West Coast schools. I'm very interested in finding a great school where I can pursue dance at the same time as I'm pursuing something scientific. I know that's vague. I have interests in anthropology and archaeology as well as math, and I'm just interested in finding a way to bring all of those interests together, and it seems like I've spent the past few summers in San Francisco at summer dance intensives, and so it feels like that's the culture I know best, and so I'm really looking to head in that direction, hopefully.
So you're a dancer, but you also sort of have this mathematics, scientific aspect
I hope
too?
so, yes. That's what I aspire towards. I really don't know a whole lot as of right now about what career. I just want to explore a lot of different things, and the more that I can combine all of my different interests, the better that would be. I think I'm really looking forward
What
to continuing
inspires
on.
you when you dance?
I just love moving, and there's something about just being able to communicate without words that's really, really special to me, and to communicate with other dancers on that sort of different level, and to work with all sorts of different choreographers. It's the whole process of it for me, just being in the studio and working on pieces. I have to say performing is not my favorite part, it's the process. And I just, in terms of inspiration, the freedom of it at the same time as you're working as hard as possible, and you have to sort of, you're working with very set structures of dance in terms of ballet and modern, but the ability to morph those and learn about yourself in so many different ways and work with other dancers, the whole process is just really, really special to me.
It sounds like it's a very collaborative process as well.
Yes, it is, and it just teaches you so much about yourself and about the body, and I think everyone is meant to dance and to move and to have the privilege to be able to study dances. I feel so lucky.
I think as an audience member watching a dancer, it's very wonderful to see someone physically express themselves in a way that we cannot verbally express.
Exactly.
It's a visual expression. And speaking of visual expression, I understand you're a painter as well.
Well, I wouldn't call myself, I mean, there's so many talented artists in Santa Fe. For me, it's something that I just love doing, along with photography. I think photography is my primary interest in terms of those sorts of visual arts, and I've had the opportunity of studying with really great teachers at Desert and having an inspiring landscape to work with around me. But both of those are other ways of communicating, just like dance for me, in a way where you don't have to use words, I guess. And I love finding details in nature, especially, to communicate. And just experimenting with those things is very interesting to me.
And you're part of the environmental club also?
Yes, I'm president of the Outdoors and Sustainability Club at Desert Academy, and I've been a part of it for a few years now since I came to Desert, and there's a great number of students from all different grades who are working on, this year we're sort of changing our mode of direction, but last year we were working a lot on garden and grounds work, so with our new campus, working on planting things. We received a grant for our garden, which is really, really awesome, and we have been just working to see what we can do. We're just getting going at this point in the year.
What got you involved in that?
I think my mom has had a huge influence on me. She does a lot of climate work, and she's a solar energy consultant, and she just has such a vast knowledge of not only as a gardener and just an appreciation of the outdoors, but also the importance of preservation and the fact that every individual's actions do have an impact, and how important it is to be able to express that and work on being a part of a movement of any sort. I think she's had a major influence on me, and in general just the environment around me in New Mexico. I feel so lucky where I live. So every direction you look, there's something beautiful to appreciate, and just that love of the outdoors, I think, drew me towards the club.
Well, Cora, it's such a pleasure to have you on our show. I'm sure your mother is proud. I know all of us at City Hall and the mayor, you're just a credit to Santa Fe. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
For
really
coming on the
appreciate
show.
it.
Just delightful to meet you. Cora Cliburn, dancer and winner of the 2013 Melissa Engstrom Youth Award. Back to you, Andrew.